posted by CBS Sacramento on April 17, 2021. In this video, a woman from the capital city of California, US, is under tremendous stress due to safety concerns related to her and her kids. The CCTV camera at her front door recorded an alleged stalker stalking them for weeks by knocking on their door persistently at night and sometimes during the day.
Social services. They want social services.
According to her, he claims that he was from social services and was there to check on their children.
You know, I hear a child crying in there, a little baby.
The terrifying part is that he constantly asks the homeowner to let him in.
You need to leave.
Look.
I'm calling the cops.
One thing the woman found strange was that this man only visited when her husband used to be at work. One day this lady confronted him and asked him to leave or else she would call the cops on him.
He keeps coming back at night and he keeps wanting to come in. You know, he keeps saying, I want to come in, I need to come in, and he's claiming to be from social services.
The lady even reported this to the police station, but they did not arrest the guys as there was no evidence of harm written by this person to any family member. This video was
Finde ich halt auch hart, ne? Wenn da einfach nichts passiert. Weil ja, wenn du dich, ne, rein von der Grundlage hat er nichts Verbotenes gemacht, aber er sollte doch zumindest eine einstweilige Verfügung kriegen, dass er sich nicht mehr nähern darf dem Haus. Weißt du?
Ja.
Anstelle, dass man so sagt, ne, ist okay. Sehe kein Problem. Wir warten ab, bis er was Böses tut.
Posted by WRTV Indianapolis. By observing this footage caught by CCTV cameras, you can see an elderly woman exiting the elevator.
And then he slapped me.
Is it normal? Well, look closer at that guy in the elevator with her. As soon as she leaves the elevator, the man seems to try to grab her by the shirt to capture her. He seems to keep harassing the poor woman and saying he wants her, but the woman denies it, and the man doesn't seem to be taking no for an answer and pestering the lady. Luckily, the woman fights him off before more chaos ensues, and the man runs away. After that, police reported this, and we were sent to investigate who this man is. Sadly, it is still unknown to this day who this man is. In the video published by ABC Chicago, a couple, Jack and Jordan, were asleep on their couch one night when their camera footage caught something spine-chilling. A man in a white hoodie was at the top of their stairs, quietly watching the couple sleep. He moved so softly that he didn't even wake their downstairs pet dogs. Once, Jack and Jordan had a slight disagreement about Jordan's missing purse. Jack thought she left it at the restaurant they both dined at, but when looking at their CCTV footage, they were astounded at what they found. The intruder was named the Creeper Ghost, and neighbors suspect he's responsible for all the other robberies around the area. Residents have also captured images and other footage of the same man trying to break into houses. Once on a bike, the other was caught by a doorbell camera on how he was.
Aber es ist ja krass, wenn er so richtig leise war, dass man nichts bemerkt hat.
Sogar die Hunde.
Ja. Ich meine, es ist trotzdem illegal, was er macht und schlecht, ne? Aber er ist ein Profi.
Late at night, when a biker YouTuber was filming his biking session, he heard a piercing scream nearby, making him stop dead in his tracks. Then, out of the blue, a woman who appears utterly terrified approaches the motorcyclist and starts holding onto him. In contrast, a creepy individual following her from behind comes them.
Wait. What happened? Stop.
Help me.
Stop. Mate, no hands.
The woman hides behind the guy as the men start arguing, and the creepy man seems to be yelling gibberish while also trying to convince the guy he knows the woman, but the uploader doesn't seem convinced and tells that guy to leave. A few minutes later, the creepy dude gives up, then leaves, going his way. The uploader offers to take the girl to a safe place as she thanks him, and both hop onto the motorcycle.
I can bring you home if you want it.
Oh my god, please, thank you. Thank you.
Don't worry, everything's fine. I'm here.
Oh my god. God, you were here.
Don't worry.
This girl could have had something horrible happen to her if that guy wasn't there at the right time to help her.
Sehr süß. Ich würde trotzdem nicht auf dem Motorrad mitnehmen, weil ich glaube nicht, dass er einen Ersatzhelm hat.
Kann auch zu Fuß gehen.
Ja, das. Aber von gibt es ganz viele. So in Japan gibt es auch irgendwie ein ganz großes Problem, dass da abends Leute belästigt werden. Es gibt irgendwie eine Person, die jeden Abend, und nicht jeden Abend, aber viele Abende in Japan durch so die Partyszene geht und dort streamt und, weiß nicht, irgendwie als der Engel von, und wie auch immer die Szene dort heißt, bezeichnet wird, weil er halt Ausschau hält, wenn da Frauen sind, die belästigt werden, dass er so tut, als ob sie sich kennen, damit sie sicher nach Hause kommen oder sicher wegkommen aus der Situation.
In the middle of the day when she suspected she was being followed by a man whose face was unclear. As she kept recording, the stalker followed her while sprinting and walking to catch up.
I'm on a walk, and this guy keeps following me.
And then, at one point...
Was mich daran nervt, ist nur der Text oben. I literally have a stalker. Warum ist alles immer TikTok? Warum muss alles immer TikTok sein?
The TikToker starts running to see if he'll continue to follow her, and when he does, she eventually decides to turn to another direction to see if he'll still follow.
Guys, I'm crossing the street, and I swear to God, if he follows me, then he's literally following me. And he's still following me. Guys, I can't even make this up right now.
He does not follow her, probably because he notices he is being filmed. The thought of being watched by someone sounds pretty nerve-wracking and scary. In this post, these people were out having fun when they noticed a creepy woman taking photos of one of the people from the group without consent, while sending it to someone with a text that seems a bit blurry. For what reason, we're not sure, but it's still pretty weird and uncomfortable. The video doesn't give out much context, but...
Das ist kein Stalker, oder? Das könnte auch sowas sein wie, diese Frau hat gerade den Kellner zusammengeschissen dafür, dass ihr Essen zu kalt war.
Ja gut, aber will man das...
Ist trotzdem, so ne, macht man trotzdem nicht, aber ich glaube nicht, dass das Stalker sind.
Oder halt, hey, diese Bluse habe ich auch. Oder vielleicht kennt sie die Person. Oder
vielleicht catfischt sie gerade jemanden mit ihrem Gesicht.
Echt? Meinst du, es gibt so Catfische, die halt wirklich so live irgendwelche Leute abfotografieren?
Ja.
Und die Bilder benutzen? Meinst
du? Weiß ich nicht. Ich will gerade schwimmen und das Foto ist so von hinter einer Pflanze im Schwimmbad aufgenommen. Ja, dass das man nicht machen sollte, was sie da tut, ist klar.
But some of the comments in the comments section of the video point out the behavior. While some people in the comments just brush it off and say, it's just an old woman being weird.
Ich werde sie trotzdem drauf angesprochen. Einfach hingehen, ne, und sagen, ey, hast du doch alle, gleich fängst dir eine! Weißt du, halt freundlich. Bevor die ganze Sache eskaliert.
Ja.
How would you feel in this situation? When you think of home, it makes you feel safe and sound.
Ja, das haben wir schon mal
Home
gesehen.
feels like a safe haven. Sadly for this person, their stalker made it all the way after there a few times. As you can see, whenever the car circles, by searching for any activity around or in the house.
Monate. Ist ja auch kacke, wenn du so mitten im Nichts lebst, ne?
In this video published by RT, it is shown in Russia that a 9-year-old girl was being stalked by a man on her way from home to school. She goes inside a building as the creepy man proceeds to follow the little girl. He even followed her when going up the stairs. The girl had then noticed she was being followed, hid behind a bunch of mailboxes, and got outside to meet her dad, who was nearby. The creepy guy pretended to use the elevator and then left after noticing the girl's dad was there with her.
Ich hoffe, aber sie hat trotzdem ihrem Vater gesagt, was passiert ist. Der Typ weiß jetzt ja, wo sie wohnt.
Stimmt.
Und auch zumindest für einen Tag zum Beispiel, wann sie aus der Schule kommt.
Ja.
Thank God the girl's father was there right on time. Otherwise, who knows what would have happened to the poor girl.
Aber das löst ja nicht die Situation. Da muss man ja trotzdem die Polizei rufen. Obwohl, hier ist wieder so ein Fall. Du hast ja nichts gegen die Person in der Hand. Die Person hat ja auf dem Papier nichts Illegales getan. Was machst du dann?
Aber ich meine, man kann ja vielleicht hat die Person ja andere Kinder schon.
Ja, das dann einfach. Ja, ich würde es auch melden, aber ich würde halt keine Hoffnung, dass da was passiert. Das ist natürlich schlecht. Du kannst ja nicht sagen, jemanden einfach, ne, von vornherein verurteilen, weil du glaubst, es würde was passieren. Das würde ja nicht gehen.
Aber wenn du die Person versuchst anzuzeigen oder so, die Person wird das auch mitbekommen, oder?
Ja.
Und dann macht die Person es vielleicht eher nicht, weil sie dann halt denkt, okay, die wissen jetzt, dass ich es bin.
Ja.
Aber dann sind halt nur die geschützt und nicht andere Kinder.
Ja, könnte ich vielleicht auch als Belästigung zählen. Könnte sein, weiß ich nicht.
This video that was posted by Daily Mail is CCTV footage of a man who is 28 years old, Danny McCain, who can be seen on the right side following his victim, a 24-year-old female. McCain followed the lady into a park before sexually assaulting her. Something that makes this even more disturbing is that McCain did this act hours before his own wedding, and a cherry on top, the woman he assaulted is the cousin of the bride herself.
Ekelhaft. Ekelhafter Mensch.
Six days later, the woman had identified the man, and McCain was arrested for his actions. In court, McCain said he didn't assault the woman and that he was just joking around, but he was still found guilty while given 3 life sentences. In this clip, published in 2019 by a streamer named Rekful, is walking around the streets of Japan. He noticed he is being followed around by a strange masked man and flips the camera to show his followers what he sees. He turns onto one side of the street to make sure the peculiar masked guy is actually following him.
Wait, he turned. Wait, he turned.
Sehr unauffällig von ihm.
Wait, do I run? Do I run?
For a second, it looks like the guy isn't following him and going straight along the path, but then he turns around and starts following the streamer again. Panicked, the streamer starts running from across the street.
Was würdest du in der Situation machen? Jemanden um Hilfe bitten?
Ich glaube, ich kenne den Clip. Ich glaube, das ist ein Zuschauer.
Ah.
But the creepy guy still follows him.
Immer bei unsicher.
Das Ding war ein Prank, hatten die mal aufgelöst. Ah, okay.
Ah, oder ein Prank, okay.
Man, you know me? Why did you do that?
Even more creeped out, he begins to shout at him, asking.
Tatsächlich, manchmal sind Leute echt seltsam. Zuschauer. Das ist ja auch schon manchmal seltsam, du sitzt irgendwo und irgendwo sitzt jemand anders und starrt dich einfach so an. Und denkst du so, was ist los? Das ist nur jemand, der dich erkannt hat, aber überlegt, ob du es bist, beziehungsweise nicht traut, dich anzusprechen. Du sitzt da so.
What he wants and why he's doing this. Turns out it was a fan who was then approached by his friend, who was also a fan of the streamer and had traveled just to see the streamer.
Patrick, by the way.
I'm still scared, dude.
Yeah, and I'm really sweaty. This is Dennis.
Fan or not, it doesn't give you the right to creepily follow a stream or other famous person like that.
Hast du schon mal einen Creepy-Fan?
This video was recorded by Emily,
nicht, der mich mal so
a
getroffen hat.
TikToker who went to a grocery store with her brother, but
Eine
then she noticed that an
Zeckentochter.
old man was following her for no reason. In this clip, you can see a young girl in Walmart shopping with her little brother.
I'm at Walmart with my little brother, and this guy's been following us for a good like 10 minutes. And I caught him staring at me like really weird the first time, and then every aisle we've been to he's been in, and he just walked past us. My brother keeps telling me to grab my keys because he's like freaking out.
She is a little freaked out when she notices an old man stalking her for almost 10 minutes.
I'm just looking for a mini fridge, and like I passed a woman, and I was like, if another like creepy old man stares at me one more time and stuff, and she didn't even bat an eye, so I was like, okay, she definitely voted for Trump.
She was wearing a little revealing outfit that made her conscious about herself. That may be the reason the man is chasing her.
Just trying to find a mini fridge. I'm kind of nervous right now. Like I'm getting really anxious right now.
An so einem Ort kannst du doch theoretisch gut dir Hilfe holen, oder?
Ja, eben. Einfach halt die Leute dort fragen, die da arbeiten oder so.
Oder wie wir es gelernt haben.
Security.
Bitte helfen Sie mir, bitte helfen Sie mir. Das hilft in den meisten Fällen.
It's like, but that doesn't give anybody a right to just sit there and like follow us, you know? Especially because I have my little brother with me, which is so freaking dumb.
This situation freaked her as she saw him looking at her weirdly and passing by her many times. She even found him recording her at some point, which she taped on her phone very clearly.
I'm home now. Got the mini fridge. And we basically just hid in an aisle until he walked by. And then we ran to check out.
Ultimately, everything was okay as she bought the mini fridge, got checked out.
Dieser scheiß Mini-Kühlschrank spielt keine Rolle. Können Sie aufhören, so einen Wert auf diesen Mini-Kühlschrank zu lenken?
This video was uploaded by Doorbell News on May 20.
Alles lief gut, jetzt hat sie einen Mini-Kühlschrank. Das war die Plotline, die mir am wichtigsten war.
9th, 2022, about a creepy stalker damaging a woman's property. In this video, a man is damaging some fences on a property. This incident was reported by a woman named Rivera. The security footage shows a middle-aged man who looks like an angry skunk who has been stalking the woman and destroying parts of her property for quite some time now. She says this even happens multiple times a day. This is disturbing for Rivera as she has no idea why this man is doing this. She is terrified, as even cops won't do anything about it. God knows who these creepy stalkers are after. This video was uploaded by a YouTuber who usually posts stalker videos on his channel. Still, this video is about Jake, known as Angle of Shibuya, who saved many women from creepy stalkers. But in this video, something opposite happened to Jake. In this clip, you can see a young man named Jake who was live streaming in a super mall in Tokyo. While walking around the mall, Jake claimed a man was following him. At some point, while live streaming, a man passed by and took a photo of him. Jake did not notice it, but someone from live chat drew his attention to a guy coming from behind, took his picture with a phone, and proceeded to the restroom.
Oh, Susan. Susan. Oh, Susan. Hey, Susan. Hey, Susan. Susan. Here, look at me. Oh, Susan. Hey. Susan. Hey. 写真、さっきの写真なんで撮った？ Susan. I'm not gonna touch him, but. Excuse me? 英語話せますか? Warte, ne?
Das ist tatsächlich einfach hammerunangenehm, ne? Warum hat er... Nein, das, was er macht, ich verstehe, er will ja darauf ansprechen.
Ja.
Aber dass die andere Person einfach gar nicht reagiert.
Hatte die Person was im Ohr?
Ja, hatte sie. Aber er ist ja schneller geworden.
Ja.
Er hat es ja eindeutig bemerkt. Warum hat er ein Foto von ihm gemacht? Ich habe aber schon häufiger gehört, dass manchmal es vorkommt, dass Leute aus Japan sich extrem komisch verhalten. Gegenüber Ausländern. Gegenüber westlichen Menschen oder so. Und dass es halt auch schon mehrfach vorgekommen ist, dass wenn du so in der eher ländlichen Region bist, die einfach Fotos von einem machen. Und so. Ich weiß nicht, ob es damit zu tun hatte, aber merkwürdig.
After noticing, Jake tried to confront and follow him, but that man ignored him and flashed from there. Jake then assumed he might be a fan, so he let him go. This video was posted by W.
Stell dir mal vor, du bist jetzt ein Fan von mir, Dofi. Du siehst mich irgendwo im Einkaufshaus, machst ein Foto von mir und ich sehe dich dabei. Und ich laufe dir dann hinterher, bin so, Entschuldigung, entschuldigen Sie, Entschuldigung. Nein. Entschuldigen Sie. Ich weiß, es wirkt nicht so wie ein Fan.
PLG Local 10 on March 9th of 2020. A woman came home from the gas station but wasn't aware of the man following her back home. The man approached her, pretending to be lost. The following footage doesn't show much of what he did, but it was clear he was assaulting her due to her loud screams of terror. She also screamed to get her husband's attention during the attack. Luckily, several neighbors came to her rescue and chased the man who had gotten away sadly.
Wahrscheinlich ein Überfall?
The woman was left with multiple bruises and scratches due to the attack. Apparently, the reason the man assaulted her was due to him wanting to steal the golden chain necklace she has that was given to her as a gift from her daughter. Usually, when we go out, we don't expect anything too crazy to happen to us, but let's just say this world is full of surprises.
war letztens mit 2 Freundinnen im Bus und hat so eine ältere Frau einfach ein Foto von uns gemacht und dann auch noch mit Blitz. Habt ihr die irgendwie angesprochen, Kati, oder habt ihr es einfach so gelassen?
One night a woman was walking all alone in the streets but looking frantic, which made people wonder why. Surveillance footage caught the same woman, but then a man followed her. As the woman continued walking, the man approached her and attempted to abduct her. Panicked and scared, the woman tried her best not to get kidnapped and let out screams of help, hoping someone would hear, and they did. A man who noticed the attack ran up to the girl to help. The creepy guy saw this and fled the scene on his bicycle. He was reported to the police, and they are now trying to find him, and I hope they have found him and brought him to justice. This video was published by
Warum haben Überwachungskameras eigentlich immer so scheiß Auflösung?
Ich weiß es nicht.
Da erkennst du doch niemanden drauf.
March 1st of 2022. Home camera footage shows an SUV chasing a woman from the road into a park. The woman shrieks aloud when getting pursued by the SUV, continues to go after her until both are out of view from the camera. None of us know what happened there, but by the sound of those screams, it clearly isn't good. This video is bone-chilling, and we hope the woman is safe and sound. Many people sometimes show off too much, especially on the internet, which can end horribly. This man was live on Facebook, sitting in his car, showing his followers a stack of cash. And take note, his window was also wide open. A few minutes of bragging later, he gets attacked by someone as the man tries to defend himself from the attacker. The camera drops to the car floor as a dark screen is now only visible to us, and a bunch of incoherent yelling can be heard, with the language getting worse each time. Suddenly, a few shots go off, seemingly into the air, as the man picks up his camera, unharmed and not robbed, and a body can be seen lying on the floor for a split second. Maybe not brag too much on the internet or do it somewhere more private. In this video by Co11.
War das echt?
Ich finde es irgendwie, weiß nicht, es ist immer sehr gefährlich, wenn man draußen streamt.
Ja.
Ich finde, das sollte man nicht machen.
Ich frage mich auch immer, wie man das machen kann, weil du streamst ja die Gesichter anderer Leute auch ins Internet.
Mhm.
Das darfst du eigentlich nicht.
Ich finde das einfach nicht richtig. Ich finde, man sollte es einfach von zu Hause machen, fertig.
Ja. Ich finde es auch nicht richtig.
Ja.
February 18th of 2022. Camera footage of a mother walking home with her 15-month-old daughter from the park before coming up against an encounter she will never forget. A man approached her from behind. He tried to grab her, but before he could...
Das ist fucking Swiper. Swiper nicht klauen. Warte.
Forget. A man approached
Swiper nicht klauen.
He tried to grab her, but before he could, she turned around and let out a loud scream, making the man surprised, then ran away as quickly as he could.
Alter, den Mann überraschte. Das klingt so, als ob der Mann ein Reh wäre. Weißt du? Er nähert sich, und er so, und sprintet
so
weg.
sah es auch aus.
Ja.
Scared. She alerted someone with her scream.
I realized he was lunging.
Der war wie diese Fleischmonster beim Backrooms.
He started to say, I just need to. But before he could finish the sentence, I started yelling, you need to back up.
The woman hopes that the man can be found before he assaults any other woman or, worse. Man, are people disturbing at times.
Menschen sind
This
scheiße,
clip was
also.
shot at the airport where 2 girls caught a man taking their pictures. This recorded clip showed 2 girls seem like they were traveling as they were at the airport. They saw a middle-aged man wearing a blue shirt following them and
hat die Maske falsch auf.
his camera roll.
We were just told that you were taking photos of us.
Are you with
them? Is there any way that we could see your camera roll?
No, that's okay. I
Why can't we see your
wasn't.
camera roll if you weren't taking pictures of us? Can we just see your camera roll real
Oh,
quick?
no,
Can you just pull out your camera roll?
I wasn't. No, don't worry
If you
about
want,
it.
then why can't you pull out your camera roll?
No, I'll get rid of it.
He denied the accusations as these girls approached him and became very defensive. One of the girls asks him to show them his phone, which he also refuses.
Ja, das haben wir
It's really
gesehen.
weird to take pictures of females in public without their permission, so you should never do that again.
Yeah.
Imagine if
No,
they were
I-
your daughter or somebody
I know,
related to you.
I know.
That's not okay. Just
Okay.
delete them.
Yeah, I will.
I'm asking you to delete them in front of me.
No, I will.
In front of me right now. You think I'm joking?
On constant insisting, the man handed over his camera roll and admitted to taking their pictures. They found multiple images of them.
Leave them in front of me right now.
The camera's not
I
working.
see you shake. I see the photos. No, I see them right there. No, I see the photos right there. Delete them.
All right.
Delete them.
Don't worry.
You see that, guys?
One.
Delete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now go in your trash bin.
No, that's my son.
Go in your trash bin. Anybody recognize this man? This is somebody that takes pictures of females in public.
No, don't worry.
No, I'll call you out. I'll call you out.
Also der Typ ist ekelhaft, aber trotzdem ist das Video unangenehm. Das ist ekelhaft. Man kann ihn melden.
That's weird.
Okay.
Don't
Just
ever do
delete
that
them from
again.
your deleted.
Don't ever do that again.
Okay.
The girls told him that it is inappropriate to take someone's picture, especially girls, without their knowledge, to which he then replied he will delete their picture, but they made him delete all their photos right in front of them. This brave act of those women must have taught him a lesson. This clip was recorded by a security camera installed in the backyard of a house where a man found his creepy neighbor recording him. This footage uploader of this video showed how he caught his creepy neighbor, who happens to be an old man who he found filming them multiple times. That day, while the man was mowing his grass on the lawn, he saw the weird old man recording him through his fence. He reached out to him as a sign to stop him from doing that.
Das hat so wie ihn auf den Kopf geklatscht hat.
Ja.
Can we pose for you? I'll be happy to take a pose for you. Excuse me? I'd be happy to take a pose for you. No, it's not about the pose, it's about the noise. Well.
After this, the house owner became very angry and confronted the man. He aggressively asked him to stop doing that, as he has a daughter and a wife at home, to which the old man replied that he had no bad intentions.
I told you before, I don't want you taking pictures over my fence. It's irritating. I have a daughter. I don't know what your intentions are. I don't need a camera over my fence filming. I don't give a shit what you're doing. I don't want you filming over my fence. I have a daughter. I have a wife. I don't want you taking pictures over the fence. All I'm doing is mowing my grass. You got a problem with that?
The man then warned him that he would not tolerate such disturbing behavior. The uploader even said that his neighbor flew drones over his lawn until he strictly made him stop, though there were reports of his arrest. The lady who posted this.
Wenn jemand eine Drohne über dein Grundstück fliegt, dürftest du die Drohne runterholen? Oder dürftest du es nicht? Wahrscheinlich ist es in Deutschland so, du dürftest die Polizei alarmieren, aber ich glaube, du dürftest wahrscheinlich die Drohne kaputt machen, ne? Deswegen, ne? Ich weiß es nicht, es klingt nicht nach deutschem Recht, weißt du? Das einfach was kaputt machen, was über dein Grundstück fliegt. Das klingt so wie, hey, wenn du das siehst, darfst du die Polizei rufen. Aber nicht mehr.
This video was inside her car minding her business when she suddenly noticed some random guy approaching her vehicle and started recording for her safety. It turns out this guy had followed her from the freeway to the coffee shop, and things took an unsettling turn when the man tried to open the door to her passenger seat and tried to get in.
Hello? What's wrong with you?
Was zur Hölle?
When the woman confronted the man saying, "What's wrong with him?" he just stood there, unable to say anything to defend himself, before he gave up and went away. What a weirdo. In this video published by a voyeur on June 30th of 2021, an odd man was creeping around the house of a female model who is 22-year-old Gustav. The cameras were placed around the home when Gustav's mother insisted, which I think was a good idea since the cameras had proven beneficial in catching evidence of the stalker. Gustav said she reached home by 10 p.m., and the stalker was seen creeping on her at 11:11 p.m., meaning the stalker had followed her home. Gustav's mother had also set up motion detectors around the house. A week later, standing by a window, she got a camera notification which she obviously checked. To her surprise, she could see the stalker on the other side of the window peeking in to see her. When Gustav's mother called the police for help, they did nothing. Now that's just messed up. Gustav and her mother had to move, and Gustav shared she now carries pepper spray wherever she goes. It's such a shame the police didn't do anything to help.
Was auf deinem Grundstück ist laut dem BGB deins. Heute waren so Elektriktechniker oder wie man Elektriker waren heute auf meinem Grundstück. Heißt das, die gehören mir? So mit dem Lasso rauslaufen. Ja! Großer Fehler, mein Freund.
Their job to protect people from danger? Breakups can be challenging for anyone involved, and this woman is making it even more problematic in this.
Ich mag es, sie ist nicht nackt, sie ist angezogen, aber dem Macher des Videos ist das Ganze zu freizügig. Das ist sehr schön für Streams gedacht.
Video.
I didn't break it, you broke it.
You broke my window, you broke my TV.
This woman breaks into her ex-boyfriend's window demanding her keys back and tries to gaslight him into thinking that he was the one who broke the window and proceeds to shout that he also hurt her when cracking the window.
Look at my arm.
That you
He did this.
I did that after you just broke the window. The police are on their way.
Okay, well help me find my key.
He calmly tells her the police are coming, but she doesn't seem to care and continues to demand her keys while flipping the house upside down in a sad attempt to find them. Not stalkerish behavior, but definitely unhinged. One day a woman comes home exhausted from a workout session. She might have been happy to go home after a long day thinking about relaxing and having a good time on the couch to rest maybe, but all that relaxation and exhaustion gets converted into pure terror when she enters her apartment. Door camera footage shows that when the woman entered her apartment and was about to settle down, suddenly, as she turned her lights on, she looked in front and screamed before running away. The camera doesn't show much of what happened in the video, but we can all assume it's a stalker that broke into her house, and it's a good thing she ran away as fast as possible, otherwise, who knows what would have happened. A woman in Queensland, Australia, saw something very terrifying on her home security footage camera that made her very solicitude for her safety. In this clip, a man can be seen in her hall peering into her house through windows. At night, he tries to break in, climb through walls, and find different ways to seize in. Thankfully, the intruder was not able to find any way in. The woman reported this to the police station, and only then she found out that this man had done this even before. The police released the footage to spread awareness and, if anyone recognizes him, can come forward so that the police could possibly arrest him.
In Amerika sind ja scheinbar diese Überwachungskameras sehr vertreten. Ist das hier in Deutschland auch so viel? Ich kann mich nicht erinnern, viele Grundstücke zu sehen, wo es Überwachungskameras gibt.
The creepiest part of this clip is how the man crouches down and moves from one corner to the other. In this video published by Mike National on September 25th of 2017, the video shows Mike outside in the woods recording by himself. At least that's what it looked like, when suddenly a shady figure afar in the back passes by, only being visible for a few seconds.
Watch who's stalking who now. Who's stalking who now? Look at that. Do you see a person? Yeah, who's stalking who now? I got you now, mother. I got you now, mother. Look at this beautiful moss, by the way. Do you hear it?
Still, Mike had noticed, and it didn't even take him more than a second to freak out about it, but he tried his best to remain calm as the person kept appearing in the background of the recording.
Gerade wirkt Mike halt eher wieder ein bisschen durchgedrehter Typ. Ne? Also, gerade wirkt nicht, hinten läuft eine Person lang, wir haben keine Information, dass der ihn schon seit Stunden folgt oder so, sondern es wirkt wirklich so, wie Mike steht dann, da ist jemand, oh, guckt jemand das Moos hier an. Wobei ich jetzt nicht ihn zum Opfer machen, zum Täter machen will, aber ich hätte gern mehr Informationen gehabt.
Okay, ready? Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm crazy.
Unabhängig von der Situation, Mike, du bist ein bisschen verrückt.
Look at that. I'm by myself in Dudley. Look at that.
Clearly, someone was stalking him and out in the middle of the woods too. Mike continued walking and tried to get the stalker off his tail, but the stalker wouldn't stop following him. It's unclear what happens next as the short video ends abruptly, but let's hope Mike is okay. In this Twitter post, a streamer thought her fans were trolling or trying to scare her, but when she looks back at her stream, what she finds disturbs her. As you can see, the streamer is in a yoga position. Is it normal?
Yoga position.
Look at the window carefully, and you can see some weird guy staring at her from the window. We're not sure if this is fake or real, but
auf dem Ding steht Daddies.
Mhm.
Yoga Position.
Mhm.
regardless, it's still terrifying to imagine someone stalking anyone.
Ja klar, Stalker ist der vom Fernsehen, also das tut man nicht, krank, gruselig. Aber ich wollte darauf sagen, das ist nicht einfach nur eine normale Streamerin, die in der Yoga-Position ist.
A video uploaded by KNTV Channel 13 Las Vegas. The surveillance shows a store clerk being dragged by her stalker. A man passes by watching the scene but does nothing except pat the stalker on the back. That just pissed me. Into the car, then took her to the cemetery because God knows why. Luckily the woman escaped and police later found her and arrested the stalker. Apparently the guy had been stalking her for months, trying to find out where she worked, lived, etc. There are times when a driver gets mad with you or someone else and can try to fight. This is called road rage and happens quite often, but this particular driver took it too far. A man named Connor filmed and posted a video for people to see. As Connor drives, another driver seems to be raging at him at first, not allowing him to continue driving. Connor requests the man to move his vehicle so he can get to work on time. At first, the road rager seems hesitant to listen to Connor's request, but eventually does so. In the first instance, Connor thinks the situation is diffused, but sadly, it's not. Connor continues to drive to work upon realizing he's being followed by the man to work, which frustrates and scares him. After parking his vehicle and before going to work, the two men verbally converse before things go south. The road rager steps out of his car in anger, seemingly wanting to pose harm.
Das verstehe ich immer nicht, weißt du? Sagen wir mal, jemand nimmt dir die Vorfahrt. Wie kannst du weißt du, du bist nicht mehr im Recht in der Situation, wenn du anfängst, jemanden zu verfolgen. Wenn jemand dir zum Beispiel die Vorfahrt nimmst, dann hast du ein Recht, böse zu sein, wenn der andere Typ nicht Auto fahren kann. Alles schön und gut. Aber in dem Moment, wo du jemanden hinterherfährst, bist du der kranke Typ. Dann bist du der sie nicht alle hat, nicht mehr der andere. Der andere hat einen Fahrfehler gemacht, aber du bist jetzt der Komische. Fahrt niemand hinterher. Allgemein, Road Rage ist dämlich. Jemand hat die Vorfahrt genommen, sitzt in einem Auto und denkt sich so, oh, was für ein D***er, und das war's. Reicht.
Harm to Connor, but eventually gives up. Connor enters work safe and sound. However, if Connor had approached this conversation differently, something scarier could have happened. This clip was posted by a streamer, Andrea Botez, who records her everyday life. Every video seems normal until this happens. Andrea Botez was streaming with the other streamers who were about to enter a building with her, and as Andrea moved, the camera showed a creepy man looking at her weirdly in the background next to her. Andrea didn't notice, nor did the other two streamers with her. As they entered the building, the creep stalker followed right up behind them before the password-sensitive door closed on him, but he kept peering at the streamers from the glass entrance as they continued to walk into the only place. In this video, a woman peacefully made a TikTok video before being interrupted by a creepy man staring at her through her balcony apartment window. He mutters in Spanish, then starts saying creepy things like, "Are you, my friend?"
Who are you? Who are you? Please get out. Please get out. No, please get out. Yes. Who are you? Please get out of my apartment right now.
As the woman tells him to go away, he asks, "Are you sure?" To which the woman replies yes. While terrified by the man's bizarre behavior, she grabs her phone and runs out of the apartment room and continues to tell the man to get out her apartment.
Please get out of my apartment right now. Get out. Get out. Hello?
The man simply stands there before going back outside the balcony. Another woman from the apartment room next to hers hears the ruckus and offers to aid the woman with the situation.
I recognized him almost immediately based off of his clothing and knowing that I had seen that face and that outfit around my apartment complex many, many occasions. See? Right here's where he had entered.
The woman whose apartment broke into it said she didn't know the man, but recognized him. Hold on to our final clip.
Das ist sowas, eines der gruseligsten Sachen, wenn du dir vorstellst, weißt du, du guckst beim Fenster und siehst, wie da jemand draußen vorsteht, ne? Okay.
Which is the most scariest and creepiest one, and if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you never miss out on our creepiest videos. A man was being followed by a gang of stalkers in an SUV, overcoming his fear to decide to confront them. This clip was uploaded by a guy who noticed that he was being followed by a group of stalkers in a car, so he decided to go and ask them if they knew each other.
What's up, man? What's up? Have I seen you before, dude? Maybe. As singers, maybe.
Up on asking replied, maybe, which was very weird. Their conversation continued, and this man told them they might have met in a bar named Stairs Bar, one of the bars in Berlin.
Stingers? Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's how you see me at Stingers. Or S'mores.
How do you know I go to Stingers?
Because I go to Stingers.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, what's up?
Not much, man.
McDonald's fucking.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Yeah, you have a great night, dude.
What's up?
Have a great night.
You too, man.
And did you see how that dude instantly, like, that was interesting. That requires analysis right there.
The creepiest part was that this man only went there twice in 5 years. The man filming this clip freaked out and drove away, thinking this might be due to overthinking or that the car was following him because all this felt very weird. So what is your opinion about this incident?
Stell dir vor, du bist einmal so in einem anderen Land. Ich habe nicht gewusst, was Stingers in Berlin heißt. Also ich glaube, das war ein Übersetzungsfehler. Aber stell dir vor, du bist irgendwie einmal im Ausland in einer Bar gewesen und dann Jahre später in deinem Heimatland kommt jemand, ey, haben wir uns vor 7 Jahren mal da und da gesehen.
Ja, das kann ja sein, aber es ist doch nicht.
Ja, aber wenn du dir das Gefühl hast, du warst dort nicht sonderlich auffällig.